Hey everyone, welcome back to the Homesteaders channel. My name is Becky and I am today going to build a cut flower garden from scratch. So I'm not going to be selling them yet, but I want to practice and do my own cut flower garden. So I'm bringing you along through this process. I don't have any pressure of anything. I haven't sell at a farmer's market or anything like that. So it's just on my own time, just learning as I go. So I'm excited to bring you along. So first thing is I measure out my space and see where I'm actually going to grow my cut flowers. I'm going to turn this patch of grass into the cut flower garden. Now this is going to be my first time ever also growing cut flowers, especially on a scale where potentially I will be able to sell them. This year I'm not selling anything. We've just decided it's too much logistics for me to do by myself with everything else I have on my plate. So I'm just actually going to practice on growing these and see how I do, what I learn. I'm going to do it starting, well, this is the start of the 1/4 of an acre garden, and right here I'm going to do like 32 feet by 50 feet, 5 rows of cut flowers. Alright, so my father-in-law is finishing up and mowing this for me, and I've rented a tiller, so we're going to see how this does. I'm going to till the soil, and after I till the soil I'm going to put cardboard on top, then compost, and then heavy landscape fabric, poke holes in the landscape fabric to plant the flowers. So I have a week before my flowers need to go out, sunflowers. I have these little flags that I'm going to use, and then my ruler, like a fancy one where it will show me the feet. I'm going to go ahead and measure out my my space. Pick a spot. That's my starting point. Alright, let's measure. Start at 0. And go. Now I want to leave some space by our gate or our fence, just because we're going to have probably like a little roadway where we can go up and down our property. So right here is fine. This is 35 feet, so I'll go ahead and mark that right here. 35 feet. We got the 35 feet, and now I originally planned for 50 feet. So 50 by 35. So I'm going to go ahead and just till it all with this thing. Alright, I never used this thing, so first time for everything. This is on, and he said to put this, to do this, and do that. I'm so weak. You have to turn it. To bring it up like right here. powerful little thing. Tilled my first row. Pretty much nothing but sand, of course. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep doing that for each row. I did 4-foot beds, 2-foot walkways. So I went ahead and I put flags, 4 feet, 2 feet, 4 feet, 2 feet, 4 feet. And then I added up 6 beds. I ran out of flags, so I did bamboo sticks. Looks like I have 2 times I have to run the tiller for the 4-foot beds, because you can see here I ran it this way. I just need another section here to run it that way to make 1 bed tilled. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. It'll take a while, but hopefully we'll end up with 6 beds, 4 feet wide, 50 feet long. It's like straight sand that I have. Look at that. A lot of ants, that's for sure. This goes deep though, like these roots go so deep. But the tiller's doing a great job. I'll probably have to run it one more time after I rake everything off. I'll rake everything off this way, like I said, and I'll probably till it one more time just to get the good deep roots out. But straight sand is what I have. Hands, when I touch them, I feel the vibration. It's so weird, this feeling. I guess because this thing vibrates the whole time. Now I'm like, if only you can feel what I'm feeling. Alright, I did 6 rows. The 6th row came out a little wonky because I tilled in the wrong place the first time, so that's great. But it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, after I took a good long break, I went ahead and raked up all of, as much as I can. Most of it is sand that I can't really pick up. But then I realized that a lot of it I didn't get. So a lot of this I didn't till. So I'm going to go over it one more time on this row. It's going to take a while. I'm just raking everything in piles and then putting it in that bag. So alright, I'm going through all my cardboard and seeing what I can use for the no-till flower garden. I'm going to pick up all this debris and put it in my big green bag over there. I ran into there one more time last night, and after that I just cleaned it up. There's a lot that wasn't tilled, but I just tried my best. This grass is very, very strong. The roots are crazy in the ground, but I'm hoping with the cardboard and the landscape fabric and the tons of compost that I'm going to put on each bed, hopefully it can, die as time goes by. Up the last of all the piles, and I decided to add wood chips along the beds because it seems like the tiller tilled good in some spots and the other spots totally missed it. So we have a lot of craters and holes deep into the sand. So my fear is if I put cardboard, which is right there on top, then the ants will make themselves at home in those pockets, because that's happened before where they find a nice dry space and then I get an ant mound, fire ant mound. So to cover up, fill in the holes, I'm just gonna put a layer of wood chips, and after that then put cardboard, and then after the cardboard put the compost on top. This is all of it that I have done so far from the beds, and then this is the actual bed completed. I think I just need one more load of wood chips and then I can go on to the next one. But this is my plan for now. Cover the holes with the wood chips. So I went ahead and string it just to know the actual size and shape of it. You can kind of see the bed's a little bit defined, but it's really hard as it's sand. So yep, I don't know how long this is gonna take, but I just want it to be done at least by the end of the week. I don't know how, maybe on my early days / next weekend. We're gonna have compost coming right there soon, a truckload, so I can't wait to get it all prepped and ready. All right, so this is the middle of the week. Got home a little early. I got my compost all the way over there. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this now. All right, all the cardboard is down. Time for compost. Dump all the compost little by little and spread it around. I wet the cardboard first, and that's how I'm going to build these no dig cut flower beds. Alright, bought some garden soil and I put it on top to mix with the compost, and I finished my first raised bed. 5 more I gotta do, but I'm glad I got this one done. I'm gonna start planting and just measuring out everything when it comes to the spacing of the sunflowers. So I have a marker here, and I have a planting stick that I've marked every 9 inches, which I learned from Florette, which is this much in length. So I've already marked it. So what I did was I marked an X, you can see right there, every other mark. So I put an X here, I'll skip a line, and then put an X, the next line. So I did it like that. So almost like 18 inches spacing. And then I'm just using these as a marker. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows of sunflowers. So I have more compost than soil, so I'm just gonna put some blood meal in each little hole. Then here we go. Sunflower. Just kind of there we go. First sunflower. I'm finishing up. I have about 64 sunflowers planted. I'm going to be planting. And here I just have this last row to finish up. Looking good. I don't have any more to plant. So that means I have to plant more. This is only my first bed. Remember, I have 5 to go. It's going to take a couple weeks for all of it to be done, but seems like I have to till again. Look at that grass growing back. These are about 3 weeks old of sunflower. My first variety I'll show up right now on the screen. My second variety. And then my third variety is right here. And that's a teddy bear. So looks like it might be storming, but later. I'm still gonna water these babies in and then call it a night. Alright guys, well thank you for watching. If you made it this far, subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully you'll see the rest of the transformation of this cut flower garden. I'm super excited. This is just pretty much me learning and seeing how things go. This is kind of like my trial run bed of flowers. I'm just doing this just to see if I can, I don't know, grow flowers here in Florida successfully. I know I'm going to learn a ton, and hopefully next year I'll be ready to actually sell. So I'm excited for the future, and this is just the beginning pretty much. I mean, I really want to be a flower farmer one day to see if I even like it too, you know, who knows, but I know I will. It's just so amazing to finally get to this point where I can actually plant a bed of cut flowers or even sunflowers. So starting off with 50-foot beds, 5 or 6 of them, and we'll see how things go. So stay well, friends, and I'll see you in the next one.